Huge news. Drag and Drive Addiction is hosting an end-of-the-year awards show at PRI 2022. We want to reward you racers for your hard work throughout the year. The fastest 100 list, 9 through 14 second top 25, the regional list, the 8th mile list. This is our way to say thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for laying it out, putting it on the line to make these lists. You know what you got to do? You got to turn to 11. You got to turn it up. Go follow Drag and Drive everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or find us on the website, draganddrive.com, for the full lists of lists.
Good morning, guys. Hey, I just posted in the Drag and Drive Racers group, I think, a way to show your names on the comments. I'm hoping it works. So it's also probably in some of the chat for you guys that will see it. I hope it works. Hey, Travis, good morning. He is in here 99% of the time making the first comment, so appreciate that being up and ready. Good morning, the Speed Mini. I appreciate you guys. It's early. I stayed up too late last night editing videos and writing articles and stuff like that. So I don't have just a ton of stuff today, but we're going to have some fun. So I hope you're ready. I'm going to try and watch the comments over here. It's like Nick Dial is in on Facebook in the group. Again, when you see the Facebook user part right here, that is from the Drag and Drive Racers Facebook group. If you're not part of that, please jump over there and do that. Oh man, here we go. Justin Conrad, dude just had a baby, still gonna make Midwest Drags. I'm excited. And I got one more sticker for the wall here, the Don Garlitz Museum. All right. Time to get to work here. It's 2 minutes into this. Let's see what we got going on. Congratulations on the baby, and we'll see you in 9 days. 9 days, guys. Can you believe it? It's absolute insanity. Pretty easy stuff. Today, I'm basically going to just cover, Midwest Drags in 9 days. That's really my only update for that. There's a ton of stuff that will come tomorrow. And then Monday, we have Josh Castle, who is actually the 100% announcer, the awesome dude that is going to be calling the race and all that kind of stuff. He'll be the guy on the live stream, which, I'm going to be out helping a little bit with that. He's going to be on Monday morning, which is going to be really cool. Survive a Drag and Drive tip today is bulb etiquette. And then Racer Spotlight is Scott Klepinger. So a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Podcast, I know I've sucked on getting those uploaded. If you guys don't know, we obviously have, I take all of these live streams and put them in a podcast format. That way it's easier for people that are maybe driving or whatever to listen to. I'm kicking off the round of getting everything back on track with the Heid interview. Heid is the promoter for Midwest Drags. And so he sit down with me on the phone, not sit down with me, or we talked on the phone for like 45 minutes and he allowed me to record it. And it was a great interview. So I don't have that on the podcast yet. It goes up at 10 a.m. this morning, Central Time. So you guys will be able to listen to that while you're out wrenching on your cars. Because listen, next weekend we're racing. I mean, I can't wait. In 9 days. 9 days we officially race, but I'll be there in 8 days. So if anybody is close to Edgewater Raceway and wants to come over on Sunday and help put stuff up or meet early or go to dinner or something like that, holler at me and we'll do that. So anyways, podcasts are going up. The Heid with interview goes up at 10, but I'm like 8 episodes behind on the Daily Dose. So if you follow us on Spotify and soon to be all of the other podcast formats, you'll be able to, go back and listen to all the stuff that you've already seen here, but you can listen to them in a row. So I'm going to load 2 a day, until we're caught up. And then beginning the day we're caught up, I'll record here, go inside, load it while I'm getting ready for work, and then and put it up. So anyways, last bit of Midwest Drag stuff is to make sure that you subscribe to the Summit Racing House of Hustle YouTube channel for the Gear Vendors live stream. You've got to, Gear Vendors Overdrive is, I think they sponsor all the live streams for Drag and Drive, which is awesome. Anyways, Summit Racing House of Hustle YouTube channel. I'll put it down in the comment or in the description whenever I'm done here. I keep all of my notes on like a Word doc, so it's hard to make the link and stuff put in there and then put it into that. So Yep. Justin Conrad says he'll be there early Sunday. That's awesome. Yeah. Jeff Kirchick. Yeah, we're on Spotify, and then eventually we'll be on Google Podcasts. But Anchor, the app we use for for the podcast recordings and loading and things like that, you have to have 50 listens to be able to do that. Well, when we did the podcast with Narcoleptic, they didn't have that rule. So we obviously just day one, we're on everything. Well, now we've got to get to 50 listens, which is pretty tough on podcasts anymore because there's so many podcasts and it's hard to be found if you're not, some big podcast already. So anyways, you can find drag-in-drive.com podcast on Spotify, and I'll drop the Anchor link below so you can follow us there until we put it up. So anyways, all right, on to the next thing. Looks like we got just a couple folks here. Survive a drag and drive tech tip, bulb etiquette. Now, there's a lot of folks that are always new to the weekend events, so they don't this may be the first time they're really getting to the track or been to the track in a long time. What I saw a lot of at the King of the Open Road event, and some of it at Sick Week, not as much, because a lot of the guys that do these kind of events have been to the drag race before. But if you have not and you're listening to this, what we saw a lot of was burnout right to the bulbs. The other guy still finishing his burnout, pulling up, getting his process set, and then bulbing, right? Some of those guys in Oklahoma City were double bulbed for 30 seconds. And the guy at the tower's like, what are you doing? And he's trying to back people. You know what I mean? So just think of that when you pull up. That's my only thing with that is a lot of times you may not know the person you're racing. You may not have talked to them ever or anything like that. So, typically pull up, they pull up, bulb, 2 bulbs, and then you go. Okay. Etiquette. Don't make someone start their process faster than they typically start their process. I guess if that makes any sense, but I'm sure a lot of you guys, 90% of the folks that are on Midwest Drags have drag raced before and understand that process. So anyways, that's all I got for that one. 8 minutes, man, we are blowing through stuff today, which is good. I'm tired. So I'll sidebar for a second. I've got all of the foam up, or I got all the foam out of the boxes, and it's expanding. And so I'm going to start putting it up here right after this. My Mio Energy caffeine is hopefully going to start kicking in here shortly. All right, last one, guys. Scott Klepinger, freaking badass dude. I don't know if you guys. He's got a white 86 Camaro. Let me pull it up here for you guys since we've got just a minute. And for the first time, his wife is going to be racing alongside him and not as co-pilot. Oh, I don't know who I need to pull up. Midwest Motorsports Media has been awesome to help. Let me get him pulled up here. Jeff Pangborn, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to ruin that, and he's going to be mad at me. But so I've been using, luckily, his photos because he is nice enough to share his professional photos with us, which is awesome. Sorry, I'm working to get Scott's stuff here. I wasn't going to pull up photos, but I'm going to since we got a little bit of time, since I blew through all the other stuff. So Scott has owned this Camaro since 04 or something like that. And I think this is probably my favorite part of it. The hole in the fender is awesome, but I really want to see a scoop or something. It's I don't know. There's something there that can be done. Danny's talking about good to know on the, I guess you're probably talking about the bulb stuff. Yeah. So anyway, so he's running through Jeff gave me all these photos to use. I really, really appreciate that. Midwest Motorsports Media, thank you very much. And a lot of the stuff that you'll see, a lot of the photos moving forward for the articles are from him, simply because his photos are going to be 100 times better than what mine are. Scott's car started as a car he built at the Modern Muscle Car Factory, the business he owns. He built it for a customer that ran a Buick V6, and then customer put like 10 sixes, I think he said, and pulled the motor out, put it in the Grand National. Buick V6 is a Grand National. So we put it in the Grand National. The car set. Heather and Scott ended up buying it and putting his own Buick V6 in it, and ended up going 10.4s with the car. 9 years ago, put an LS in it, turbo, all that kind of stuff. Now it goes like high sevens. So big swing there. And he's been doing drag. He's in like 9 drag weeks or 9 drag and drive events, and has really ramped up. He did one in 09 and then skipped into 13. And then it was over after that. I love this shot here. I love how all of it is white underneath the hood. It really makes it a lot easier to see if you have an oil leak and all that kind of stuff. Jonathan Stonecipher told me about that. That makes tons of sense. And you see this, and then Carl Bright's car is all white underneath. Everything is white on Carl's car. And it looks super clean, super, super clean. And so the struggle with that, I think, would be, how do you keep it clean? That would be the question we would all have. So the car's super fast. Oh, that's not Scott's. Let's see. Nope, that's other folks. Jeff Martin, who I wrote about the other day, and then Bill Shores, who also was written about the other day. So yeah, anyways, that's the Scott Klepinger is looking for a 7-second pass, or 7-second average this time. He ran 2:79.83s on Sick Week. One at Gainesville, one at South Georgia Motorsports Park. So that's pretty cool. I think he can probably do it, but you got to think, like, you have to make 2 passes each day at each track. So you have to turn in 8 passes for Midwest Drags. If he turned in 983 passes, that's not a lot of margin for error. So hopefully he's turned it up or figured something different out for Midwest Drags compared to Sick Week. He'll be in more of his home turf atmosphere and altitude and all that kind of stuff. So maybe that'll get better. And this Facebook user says they got double bulbed several times at Sick Week. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And again, that was back to the etiquette part. Just don't, think about the person in the other lane. You instantly increase their stress and all the drama and things like that. Let me jump over here to my notes real quick for Scott. And then Heather's write-up will be out at 10 a.m. Central. Okay, so 09, 86 Camaro for Scott, 10.8. And then 2013, he came in a Mustang. And then 2014, came back in the Camaro with a 9.27. So, big swing there. Is more than a 1.5 second drop in the 5 years that he was away in that car. Didn't finish in 2015. 2016 ran an 8.6, so shaved another 0.6 off. 2017 drag week, again in the Camaro, took 3rd place in the Super Street small block power adder with an 8.3.446. And then Midwest Drags 2019, they had an 8th mile track, so his average there doesn't really count. So his average for the week was 7.406 in Super Street 275. He took 2nd place in that outing. And then Midwest Drags 2021, he ran an 8.179 in Super Street small block power adder, took 3rd place. Sick Week 8.033. So if you think about the 2 passes he turned in that were 7.983s, he turned in one that's like an 8.1. He's there literally. If his 8.1 had been like an 8.03, he'd have had his 7-second pass. Like, that's what I think is awesome. So anyways, guys, I think that's probably where I'm going to end it. I appreciate you guys doing that, staying with me as I struggle through this morning. Today was a little rough. So anyways, we'll see you soon. Make sure you subscribe to hear of course, so you can get your updates. And then Summit Racing House of Hustle YouTube channel for the Gear Vendors live stream of Midwest Drags in 9 days. I can't wait. I'm so ready. All right, guys. See you.